Eva Neuman is a survivor of the worst crime in history. More than 60 years ago, against all the odds, she survived a Nazi death camp, witnessing firsthand the horrors of the Holocaust. Now she's determined to make sure today's children know just what was done to her family, and to millions of others, of course. She invited Five's Jonathan Samuels to go with her as she took a group of youngsters back to Auschwitz.
It was hell. There was no air, there was nothing to eat. People were dying, and the bodies were in the same place, and the buckets were in the same place, and the sick was in the... It's not describable. The army...
Eva Neuman is returning to Auschwitz. This was Eva, or Bobby as she's known, the first time she came here, moments after stepping off a cattle truck from Hungary. Tall and strong, the 15-year-old was picked to work rather than die. Bobby's here with a group of 100 Jewish youngsters, all learning about the Holocaust. In 1944, Bobby lost her mother, father and brothers at Auschwitz. One day, while sorting clothes of dead Jews, she saw her grandmother in a queue for the gas chamber.
And I went up to her, which was stupid of me. I mean, I could have been killed. And the first thing she said, "Oh, I haven't heard from Mommy, where is she?" And to show you how we didn't know what we were doing or saying, I said, "Don't worry, Grandma, you just go and you're going where she is." And they shut the door. I threw it wasn't.
In one of the Auschwitz gas chambers, a new generation tries to capture echoes of the past. Little has changed here, from the holes in the roof where the gas dropped to the ovens used for cremation. Bobby lived in these barracks at Auschwitz-Birkenau for around 9 months, the tiny space inside shared with 1,000 other women. As you can imagine, conditions inside here were horrific. Bobby and her fellow prisoners slept on these beds, 6 people to each bunk. Now, in the summer, it was stiflingly hot, and in the winter, it was freezing cold, the only warmth coming from this tiny stove. Living in such squalor, Bobby remembers being grateful her family died quickly rather than suffering as she did.
Thank God, and I said it every single day, because the situation was so bad. So that, I'm only telling you that to have an idea how bad it was, that you were happy that your mother wasn't alive.
It's the end of the line and the end of an emotional journey. Bobby was marched out of Auschwitz by the Nazis. She ended up at a makeshift camp in Germany before being liberated by the Russians. The trip was arranged by an organisation called ACE UK, which helps Jewish young people understand their heritage. Over a meal, they discuss Bobby's story and their visit.
They would have looked just like us, they would have had the exact same names as us, and it just helps me to be able to appreciate how personal the Holocaust was.
For them and Bobby, it's been an exhausting day, but she hopes it will leave a lasting impression with those she came with. Jonathan Samuels, 5 News, Auschwitz.
Bobby Neuman's return to Auschwitz there.